Hey, it's time at Dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is launch day here at Dish with D. Launch day from the WW, I should say. Let's correct myself. Today is the new program launch day. If your app did not change over and you're in the United States, you need to call WW. Now, if you are outside the US, Canada, your app is not changing over, and I have no idea when it will. I don't know anything about anything but US, so I apologize. But now that it's out there and it's public knowledge here, this gives you an opportunity to ask. Go on your chat with a coach and ask them, when are we going to update here in Canada or England or wherever you are? Because it's out in the US, it's public, so you absolutely can ask them. The new program is called the WW program. That's what they called it. The points is called points. It's not called smart points. It's not called personal points. It's just called your points. And everybody's points are the same. Not your dailies or weeklies, but the points for foods that aren't zero. Remember, points are based on age, height, weight, and she said this morning, gender at birth. That's how your points are determined. I am 56. I am 10 pounds over goal. My daily points are 23. I get 21 weeklies. Now, my bonus points that I earned on Saturday and Sunday did carry over to today. So right now, I think my weeklies are at 36. I did attend a workshop in person today. So I did just for you guys, just to make sure that everything was on the up and up. I do that for you. Being the head of this community, I felt obligated to go in person to hear what she had to say. And it was the same thing that I've heard online. If you are a meetings person, you have meetings on your plan, definitely should go to a virtual workshop. You should definitely go to the Kickstart. You should definitely go to the App Academy and utilize all those tools. They did the change for simplification. They thought it was just too chaotic, taking the test, everybody being at different points and having to give different points for everything. That was a pain even for them. So they saw that and they needed to adjust it ASAP rather than waiting until next year. They knew people weren't happy. And that's what the leader said today. She goes, you guys had the power. She goes, they knew you weren't happy and they made changes. So if you ever have a problem, I always say, go on the chat, tell them what your problem is, let them put a little ticket in and let that, maybe someday it'll be rectified. You don't know. You got to have your voice heard. And if you keep saying things, sometimes you'll at least get listened to. Now, I did include, I'll include it right here, how I got on the app this morning, how I changed over, and I give you a little tour of the different, I show you about the diabetic part where you toggle that. So let me insert that. All right, let's see if our app updated. Go to WW, here it is. Oh, we've simplified the program to make it easier for you to succeed. See the changes? Absolutely. Daily points will no longer be added by tracking water or non-starchy vegetables. And it shows you in your weekly budget, yada, yada, yada. The 0-point food list is the same for everyone. Next. Life is complicated. Losing weight shouldn't be. These changes results is a simpler, more livable program designed for your success. Let's get started anytime until December 10th. Note that it may take a few minutes to changes to load. Now you can remind me later if you don't want to do it, but I'm starting now. Let's get out of that. I was looking up Hanko for somebody last night. Okay, well, it gives me 23 points. It has not updated my app yet because I still have veggies here and I still have water here. So it has not fully updated my app. So it says it can take a few minutes. So we're going to get out of that and I'm going to turn it off and we'll go back in. Sometimes that helps. Nope, still hasn't changed. I did say yes, so let's check my 0-point food list. It did say it'd take a couple minutes. Proteins, grains. All right, that's all updated. My zeros are all updated, but I saw the veggie thing there.
Not sure why that is. So it looks, I'm not sure how many points a day I get because I have 23 dailies and 35 weeklies, but I did earn weeklies. So we're not sure whether this has updated yet, but my 0 point food list has updated. So we'll check it back in a little while. All right, let's check and see if our app has updated. There you go. There's no water. There's no veggies on the top. I have 23 daily points and 36 weeklies, but I think that is carryover from my weeklies from my week starts on Saturday. So there, I've earned that since Saturday. So we'll see. Now the water is down below. See, I have it at 12-ounce increments. You can change that. So let's go to see what so to go to here, it has your settings, your connected devices, your food settings. So my food settings are on lose weight. I have a daily 23 and a weekly 21. So my weeklies didn't change, but my daily target did go to 23, which I'm super happy with. It says I'm not breastfeeding. I am on lose weight. If you wanted to go on maintenance, you would go to maintain health. Let's go back. Now let's scroll down a little bit. We'll see what it says diabetes setting. If you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, you hit that. You would toggle that over to living with diabetes. If you're living with type 1 or type 2 diabetes, turn this setting to receive tailored food program that is ability to track sugar. Now, you can go back and forth with this. If you just say, hey, I want to try it, you can toggle that. You decide, oh, it's too restrictive, or I don't really need it. You could untoggle it. So diabetes, you can flip-flop back and forth. So the water setting is here is where you would change your serving size, but I like it because I have 12-ounce cups. That's why I do 12 ounces. So I chug water. Don't ask until I get it down. So all this is all the same. But yeah, so I have see how I already earned weeklies? See, people, you can earn weekly points. I've already earned since Saturday 21 and I'm 36. So that's what, 15 points. I've earned 15 points towards my weekly. So the people that are upset about losing the veggie points, you got to get off your butt. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but yeah. And I don't do much. I just walk. And walking has gained me those amount of points. So honestly, you're going to be okay. So let's quick add my breakfast. Quick add. I had overnight oats. I just put oats. And they're 4 points. So put the points in and we track. So breakfast is already tracked for the day. 19 points left. I'm feeling good about this. So I will see you in a few. Okay. That's how I woke up this morning. Now, I did say in there, and I'll reiterate it again, if you choose to stay on personal points for 4 more weeks, you absolutely can do that, but only till December 11th. Once December 11th hits, it's going to convert you over to this Weight Watchers program. Everybody will be on the same program. They're letting you ease into it, and that's questionable why they're letting, I don't know. It's interesting why they're letting you do that. They've never done that before that I know of. Maybe they have, and I just not paid attention to it. But it's interesting that you absolutely could have that option. You can, like I said, you can skip the prompt. Everybody has the same 0 point foods. And I will, corn, popcorn are the only grains that we get. We get beans, legumes, and I think it was lentils, chicken, turkey, non-fat, of course, eggs, non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm always missing the one. Eggs, yogurt, chicken, fish. Oh, fish, I remember. So those are all non-starchy vegetables and fruits. Now, somebody said apples weren't on there. It's listed under fresh apples. I have no, as opposed to a different kind of apple. I don't know. So fresh apples are 0 points. Bananas are 0 points. So now remember, should you eat 20 servings of fruit a day? No.
I limit myself to 2 servings of fruit a day. I just think that that's how they used to do it back in the original check off the boxes. And that's what I still follow. I don't have, that's why sometimes I don't even have 2 fruits a day. That's why getting a 0-point food and losing points for fruit for me didn't work. Like when I have my occasional banana, I want it to be 0, not 3 points. When I have my apple occasionally with my breakfast, I'd like it to be 0, not 3 points. So that's where my disconnect was with personal points. The 0-point foods that I chose were not foods I had on a daily basis. None of them were foods I had on a daily basis, and none of them were foods I would have 4 to 5 times a week. I'm not having oatmeal that much. I am not having potatoes that much. I'm not having rice or pasta that much. But I had to choose. I chose not to choose it to give myself more dailies. Because I would lose, if I chose 2 of those, I would lose 4 points a day if I chose 2 of that screen. And if I didn't have it, that's 4 points that I lost. So for me, I'd rather be accountable for those types of foods. And I know a lot of you love your potatoes, love your rice. A lot of you are vegetarians. A lot of you can't eat that other stuff, and you wouldn't eat that other stuff. So you feel like you've gotten robbed. I totally get that. What my leader did reiterate is use your weekly points. Again, this is a reset, restart, refocus, new plan, sort of. I call it sort of because I've been on a plan like this before. But maybe you haven't. You know what? Take those dailies if you need them. See how it goes. You know, if you ate those foods before and they were 0, counting them doesn't make you gain weight. It's the same amount you've had before. I'm pounding again. I don't mean to pound. It's just, I talk with my hands. So I say dip into those weeklies. I had asked Weight Watchers last year I was earning like 65 weeklies a week for my workouts. I don't work out that hard either. And I said, I'm afraid that to eat those points. And she said, we would not give you points if you could not eat them. And you can't earn more than you burn. So if your app is showing that you're burning X amount of calories, you need to eat X amount of calories. Now, should you eat X amount of calories in treats? No. Like I said at the meeting today, it's nice to earn these points with exercise, even when you earn them with vegetables. Should you eat those points for desserts and treats? No. But should you have desserts and treats? A few times a week. Should you have a dessert or a treat every day? No. I've said this all the time. Treats, definitely weekly. I would say, depending on how your weight loss is going, I have treats like 3 times a week. I have specific days where I have treats. Are treats snacks? No. Treats are treats. Treats are usually sweet. Pretty much sweet. Snacks are not. Like somebody said, do you think popcorn is a treat? I said, no, popcorn is a snack. If I put maybe the Twix dust on it, then it might be a dessert or a treat. But most times I have my popcorn plain as my snack. But like I said, if I make popcorn a treat and putting a little bit more of like maybe that buttery caramel from Weight Watchers, that sprinkle, then it becomes a treat. You have to distinguish your treats and your snacks. We can talk all about that in a future video if you wanted. Maybe Wednesday Wisdom we'll talk about it. I also did a video a few years back, treats versus snacks. So I will link that if I remember here and you can take a look at that. But I don't want this video to be too long. I just want to say welcome to the WW program in the United States. I'm happy to be any help that you need. You have a question, please reach out. It's going to be okay. We're all on the same team. And that's a great thing. I know the potato, my oatmeal, my rice people are a little bit feeling disjointed, but don't. You have points. You have weeklies. If you ate them before and you just had less points, so now you have a little bit more. And if it's not enough points, you have weekly points. So I guarantee you will be okay. Track them for a week. See how you do. You have to do the plan as it's written and see how you go from there. I would say give it a couple of weeks because it's just 1 week. I would say give it a month. Give it to of course, and is this the best time of year to start a new plan? No. That's always been my disconnection with Weight Watchers. They always start their new plan right around Thanksgiving. It's a hard time of year. It is. But we're here together, and as a collective, Dish with D community, we will get through the holidays. There's going to be plenty of videos that's going to come out with tips and tricks to get through the holidays. How many holidays I've been through? 6, maybe 7. So I know how to get through the holidays. We will talk all about that again in future videos. And so thank you so much for subscribing and being part of this. You have just signed up for support, and you've just done yourself a great thing. So this community here is all about supporting you. So welcome to the Dish with D community. We are so happy that you're here. Weight Watchers points, Weight Watchers program is coming to the ages. We're going to get through this. We will. We can, and we will, and we will. We just have to do it together. Ask questions. No question is too stupid. I was like, well, I haven't done, no questions, because you don't know it, you don't know it. So feel free to ask, join the Facebook group. It's a very active Facebook group. Let me tell you something. A lot of the questions don't always get answered by me, but they don't have to. They get answered by the community, because everybody's there to help you succeed. We get through it as a community. We get by with a little help from our friends. So I'm going to end that here. Welcome to the Weight Watchers program. We're gonna see this scale go down. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I went to Five Below and I bought some exercise equipment, because your girl, I'm gonna start stepping up my exercise a little bit. Doctor recommended it, so I'm not going crazy. Let's put that out there. But we're gonna step it up a little bit. So if you want to join me on that, we will have a whole video on my new exercise routine when I come up with it. So if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you know anybody that needs this content, is scared about the new changes, feel free to share this video with them. Remember, I'm the one who leaked it. So share this video with somebody that could help them. Share it in a Facebook group. Share it with somebody that needs some guidance, because we will help whoever needs to be helped. And I will see you at live 7 p.m. tonight. Have a great rest of your day. We will do this. We can, and we will.